Established in 2025, the Karen Danylchuk Award is presented to a female senior student in any faculty of the university who is considered to have attained the highest achievement during a university career encompassing athletics, scholarship, and university life. Named after the legendary student athlete, administrator, and sport management scholar, Danylchuk was a founding president at the World Association for Sport Management, having earned several distinguished awards throughout her long and successful career, including several coaching and administrative accolades from the OUA and an array of prestigious leadership and service awards from the Sport Management Academy. The recipient of the 2026 Karen Danylchuk Award is Hallee Knelsen of the cross country and track and field team. A Master of Kinesiology student, Hallee has excelled in every aspect of the student-athlete experience. In the classroom, she has an 89.6 average. In the community, she volunteers with the Verspieten Family Cancer Center. She is a volunteer mentor with Learning It Together Western, and she coaches with St. Thomas Legion Track and Field. She also excels in both cross-country and track and field. She is a 13-time youth sports medalist, a 14 times OUA medalist. She was named OUA Rookie of the Year in 2022. She holds 4 Western school records and has been an academic All-Canadian her entire Mustangs career. Her coaches say what truly separates Hallee is her leadership. Elected captain year after year, she models resilience and selflessness, supporting teammates even through injury setbacks of her own, including a season interrupted by emergency surgery, yet returning each time with determination and perspective. Her presence elevates standards and unites teams.
Joined now by Hallee Knelsen, who is the second winner ever of the Karen Danylchuk Award. And Hallee, first and foremost, we'll get to how exciting awards night was and all those pieces first. But first and foremost, congratulations on a well-deserved award. What did it mean? Obviously, this is an award that, especially for those who don't know, you have to basically this isn't a coach nominates you. You have to apply for this award. And essentially, for those who don't know, this is essentially like the Rhodes Scholar. You have to be utmost of academics, utmost of athletics. You have to be pretty much everything that a student athlete can be. And you're the top one this year. How meaningful was that?
Thank you very much. It was really special to get recognized, not just for being an athlete, but also things outside of that. We all know it's really hard to be a high caliber varsity athlete, to be a well-performing student athlete on top of that is even harder, even though a lot of athletes do really well in both areas. And then to also just be involved as a community member and have so many other things going on at the same time. It was really cool to have that recognized. And honestly, I can't think of an award that I would rather get than this one. I think it was just like really special. And I'm really grateful that my coach told me to fill out this application. It was just really special because, I mean, being an athlete obviously is what the awards night is for. It's to celebrate the athletes, but to be able to be seen for things outside of that is really cool too. Because I mean, all my athletic accomplishments, like my school records, will eventually be broken, but to be recognized for more than just that is really special because you can take away those records can be broken, as I said, but you can't take away the impact that you've had on your team and your teammates. And that's something that I hope to be remembered for more than how many medals I won or what my PBs were. So it was a really special award to win.
The list of records and PBs is fairly long, though, as well. So those are always nice to go along with it. You mentioned the fact that obviously this is very much sometimes there's the student side, sometimes there's the athlete side, sometimes there's the student athlete side. And I love asking all of our student athletes, but especially the ones such as yourself with getting recognized for all aspects. Do people really realize how hard it is to be a student athlete?
No, No, being an athlete is almost like a varsity level athlete is like a full-time job, almost like you're there I mean, I'm training 6 days a week and you're there for a lot of time training, and the weekends you're competing your way like all weekend. So being a student on top of that, when um everyone finds like midterm season tough, but when you're in midterm season, but then you're also going away to compete for the weekend and you're also not missing a practice, it's a lot. So it's a really big commitment. It's like a full-time job on top of school. So yeah, I think it's a lot harder than some people realize, but all the varsity athletes and the coaches, they understand what a commitment it is.
And then for you, it's not just, and that's the thing. Every sport has its grind, its difficulty, its challenge that goes along with it. You just so happen to run really long distances too, sort of thing. So it's not, and nothing against and I've said this to other distance people before. Talking to Sophie Coots about running cross country, and I'm like, nothing against the fine folks of 60 meters, but 1,000, 1,500, 3,000. Oh, and when we get into cross country season, let's just throw 5 and 8K runs into this sort of thing too. These distances are just second nature to you. At any point, do you guys kind of take a second and go, yeah, this is a really long distance to run from somebody who doesn't want to run to my office door? I look at you guys doing laps in cross country and I go, I'm tired of taking pictures of them. I can't imagine what you guys are doing with the training aspect and then the performance aspect. Do you realize how hard it is?
Yeah, I mean, I think sometimes you don't choose the sport chooses you. Um, yeah, it is honestly like, I mean, I'm biased, but I think one of the most challenging sports. I mean, you go and run as hard as you possibly can, and that's your event. And it's like grueling, but for some reason we love it and we continue to do it. But yeah, it's just like I said, being a student athlete is a lot of work, but yeah, when you're going to practice, just knowing you're about to like be lying on the track in a couple hours, like not able to breathe. Yeah, it's a lot, but yeah, it really puts it into perspective. I have like a few friends on other sports teams and they're like, what's your 1K time? What's your 1500 time? And then you tell them and they're like, what? That's like my like 400 time. And you realize like even from the perspective of different sports, like how crazy it is that this is what we do.
For you, obviously, not only the success of medals and competition and stuff like that. I know I try to, especially in times where we're doing these style interviews, I usually reach out to a coach or two and kind of say any interesting aspect or a funny story or something like that. I may have reached out to Guy Schultz just to say, do you have a Hallee story?
Okay.
And his main thing, in true Guy fashion, we all know he'd take a shot here and there if he could. He said her perseverance, her dedication, and her willingness never to give up, because you've had to face some pretty crazy, whether it be medical matters, injury matters. Some people, when those things happen, kind of throw their hands up in the air and say, oh, poor me, or why is this happening to me? You just keep coming back every time. Even while you're trying to come back, you're also making an attempt to try and help other people. Is this just, that's just your nature sort of thing? Or is it just you want to have something going and something happening and something to do at all times?
Yeah, like I think it is my personality, but it's also like I have a lot of my teammates to thank for that, for helping me get through those times. And that's taught me how important it is to be there for my teammates in those situations, because I know how challenging it is. I've had my share of fairly like poorly timed injuries before OUAs and U Sports. I mean, even this year, behind the scenes, second half of this whole season, we were working through an injury. And that was tough, but like I know how tough it is, and I know how important it's been for me to rely on the support of my teammates, and how important it is for me to be there for them too. I think the main example that gets referred to a lot is my surgery in September. Um, had an emergency appendectomy. Basically had like less than a month to come back and race like our final regular season cross country meet if I wanted to be on the OUA and U Sports team. And I mean, I didn't really see another option other than just trying to go for it. Like, especially being my fifth year, track something that I'll continue, but cross country, I'm probably not going to voluntarily go and run 8-10K races after this.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you whatsoever. Full props to cross country people.
Yeah. I'm like an 800, 1500 runner. So running cross country for me has always been kind of just for the challenge of it and for the team aspect of it. Like it's pretty great when you're like running with your team and you're all running to try and win a team medal or a team title or something. So that's one of the main reasons I've done that. And so it was like last year, might as well just try and make this team and see what happens. And thankfully I was able to run at U Sports, which was really cool. But it was definitely an experience. Can't say had any previous experience coming back from a surgery and trying to run a couple weeks later. So it was all new to me, but my teammates were super supportive, my coaches. So yeah, that made it all possible.
I remember the Vigor Salters meet here, and luckily the last couple of years got to be a little bit more involved with the track and field group and kind of following along with the team. And we get to Vigor Salters, and I'm looking at the start line, and then the race finishes, and Guy and I happened to cross paths, and I was like, Guy, Hallee? He goes, oh yeah, she had an appendectomy the other day. She and I'm like, well, I'm really sorry. Hopefully she's okay. I assume that means probably the season for her. He goes, oh, knowing Hallee, she'll be back in like 2 weeks. And I'm like, that's crazy, but not wrong.
Yeah. It was pretty funny. I think I was probably pretty out of it due to the lack of sleep and whatever drugs they were giving me. But when I was in the hospital, I texted Guy, and the first thing I said was, sorry, I won't be able to make practice today. Led with that, and then followed up with, I'm about to get surgery.
And he probably just went, okay, makes sense.
Yeah.
A very crazy time sort of thing, that's for sure.
Was.
Getting to awards night sort of thing. The Danylchuk Award being last year was the first year for it. We always, or I guess always, when the second year we can call it always. It kind of leads off the night sort of thing, but it's not one of those your three nominees are. Mm-hmm. It's the award selection happens sort of thing. When the announcement that the Danylchuk Award was coming up, did you have nerves? Were you feeling confident? Were you wondering how this was all going to play out?
Yeah, I was a little nervous. Obviously, I knew I was nominated, given that I had to fill out the nomination form.
That does help.
But knowing it's a pretty big award, I'm sure there were lots of nominations. And honestly, given that my performance at U Sports this year wasn't what I wanted, I had kind of thought, oh, I probably won't get it now, but I still had that hope. And I'm really grateful they look at things kind of like throughout your whole career and more than just athletics. And when I saw my name go up there, I was pretty excited. Honestly, I can't think of a better award that I would have rather won. So that was really special.
And I guess it would make it a little more special because there was a certain someone else who won an award of similar merit sort of thing. It made additional reasons why those photos afterwards. I noticed that session took a little bit longer because I think there was some individual photos. There was probably a couple together.
Yeah. That was pretty cool with Aaron winning the Howard Ferguson Award, I believe it's called.
Yep.
Right after me. That was pretty cool. I had a feeling he was going to get it. I more so was worried about whether I was going to get one as well, but that was really special that we were both able to get that. And yeah, I was getting my picture in the back hallway there, and I'm like listening for his name. And then they said it, and I was like, yay! And then they let me stay for a couple's photo, which was pretty cool, but very exciting for us.
The definition of the Western Mustangs power couple scenario, I believe, because if you're both getting the highest honor for academics, athletics, community involvement sort of thing, that's got it. It's one of those nice things. You got your own, and I remember actually when we were doing the awards committee meeting and we finished with voting. And we kind of said, okay, here's who all the award winners were. And my first thing out of my mouth was, we just gave the Ferguson and Danylchuk Award to a couple. And they were like, couple of people in the room. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. So,
Well, I'm glad that wasn't recognized until after they were selected.
I think you guys on your own are pretty top-notch individuals, sort of thing, especially especially like, and you know, for Aaron, and we'll talk to him a little bit later as well, sort of thing. You know, as you say, with his now what 3 OUA Community Service Awards, his
Yeah.
couple of U Sports and back-to-back element, and he runs really fast as well. And my favorite is, I think, the reference to both of you in the nomination awards packaging sort of thing, speaking to the humble element sort of thing. And you don't have to dwell on him. We're focusing on you. The humble aspect sort of thing is obviously something that, you know, talking to Guy, talking to other coaches sort of thing, they kind of just bring that up with you again and again and again. That's got to be, you know, not say just as meaningful as winning the award, but having that recognition of personality, not just, as you mentioned, numbers and finishing times and PBs and all that stuff.
Yeah, for sure. It's really special to know that you're looked at by other coaches and teams as that kind of person, which is really special. And I mean, yeah, I would rather people see me as a good person than someone who won all the races or got all those awards. So it's really special to be seen as that type of person and someone who has had that kind of impact on coaches from my own team and from other teams as well. And something that, yeah, I'm really proud of. So, yeah.
And the award shelf had to get a little bigger though, because now we've got a few extra pieces to go along. That's not a bad thing. You're allowed.
No, no, I'll take it.
As I always ask in these scenarios, you know, for some people, there's more educational path, there's more athletic path. What's next on the path for you?
Hopefully med school. Waiting to hear back from that. So, which is a long road in itself, but hopefully this is the year. So waiting on that, and I'll just continue track and see where it takes me. I don't want to put any limits on it. If I could follow in Kate Current's footsteps, my first captain, that would be pretty cool. But just kind of, I want to just have fun and do my best and see where it takes me. And yeah, I think it'd be pretty cool to be a doctor and a high-level athlete, as Aaron's on his path to doing as well.
I think so that means there's Dr. Distance and Dr. Speed.
Yeah.
The 2 territories there.
Yeah.
I may have told Aaron I want to do a story and just call him Dr. Speed at some point. I think he said he liked it. So thanks. So, thank you so much for this, and thank you so much for everything you've done, you know, for your time, you know, running here for the Mustangs, and congratulations again on the award, much deserved. And don't be a stranger. I still bug Kate on a constant basis. So I'm sure you might be joining that list of people I bother from the alumni section.
Sounds good. I'll take it.